Are you tired of Windows? Frustrated with the lag, the same old interface, and now even security vulnerabilities? You're not alone. In July, many PCs faced a BSOD, blue screen of death, error, thanks to CrowdStrike, and it happened again in August, with the Indian government website even stepping in to provide solutions. And who knows, you are also watching my video on BSOD error PC. You might have seen videos about BSOD issues, but what inspired this video was when my own PC got hit with a BSOD error. That was the last straw, and I decided it was time to change my operating system. So, let's dive right into the video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel, Creative Technology. You all already know the topic, so let's dive straight into it. I had two options, Mac or Linux. Mac is secure and great, but there's one problem. Money. I'd need around 1.5 to 2 lakhs for a Mac. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and like the video to support me. Since Mac was out of my budget, the only option left was Linux. But which Linux version is best? There are over 600 versions according to Google, like Ubuntu, Kali, and Debian, but a rising star is coming out named Zorin OS. You'll be surprised by how low the system requirements are. If your PC doesn't meet those requirements, well, I don't know what to say. I decided to download and install Zorin OS, but on a dual boot. I'll explain why later. I've already downloaded the Zorin OS ISO file. If you want to download it too, just Google, download Zorin OS, and click the first link. You'll also need a tool you probably already know, Rufus. Just install it like you would Zorin OS. I won't cover that part here. Now, if you want to dual boot, there's an extra step. Go to Disk Management. Select your C drive. Right-click and choose Shrink Volume. Shrink around 30 GB for the core version, or 50 GB for the education version. Now, the rest of the steps are common for both dual boot and fresh installation. Plug in your USB drive, and run Rufus as an administrator. It will automatically detect your USB drive. Then, select the Zorin OS ISO file you downloaded earlier. Before starting, remember that this will format all the data on your USB drive, so back it up first.
A few moments later.
Once it's done, restart your computer. Go to the boot menu. Check your PC's key for this. Ignore that black spot. This happened because of... And I am not kidding here. And follow the on-screen steps to install. If you want to keep your current operating system and dual boot with Zorin OS, choose the Install Zorin OS alongside your current operating system option and allocate space for Zorin OS. If this option doesn't appear, don't worry, I'll explain what to do in a minute. If you want to install Zorin OS as the only operating system, select the Erase Disk and Install Zorin OS option and click Install Now. This option also lets you enable advanced features like disk encryption and LVM. For manual partitioning, if you have a non-standard drive setup, choose the Something Else option and continue. Just keep following the on-screen instructions to complete the installation. Finally, here we are in Zorin OS 17. The Start menu feels a lot like Windows, so you'll find it familiar. Off camera, I downloaded a few apps like VS Code, a media player, OBS, and MongoDB Compass. In the next video, we'll test everything, whether it's office work, tools for students, gaming, or Windows apps. I'll also go over all the features of Zorin OS. And yes, I'll explain why I installed it on dual boot in the next video. Otherwise, this one would be too long. In the meantime, feel free to explore Zorin OS. It's completely safe. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next video, which should be out soon, maybe the day after tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.